Okay, am I audible, everyone?
Yes.
Yeah, today we are going to discuss Spring Boot. So, first of all, what is Spring Boot? Spring Boot is a project that is built on the top of the Spring framework. It provides an easier and faster way to set up and configure and run both simple and web-based applications. So, Spring Boot will be making the uh, like making the work of us is a little bit easy, not little bit, much of the work will be easier. So here we no need to write that much code. Everything will be very easy and everything will be auto configured. So that's why we are going to use Spring Boot. Nowadays it is very popular, so everyone is moving to Spring Boot only. Here the rapid application development will be there. So because of this only, its increase of usage is rapidly going, because nowadays every client will come and they want a quick delivery of the product. So that case, if you are going with a long time, that won't be encouraged, and client also will won't wait. So there is a like hurry burry in nowadays. So that's why we wanted to develop everything rapid. So the same thing which is providing by Spring Boot, that's why we are going for Spring Boot. So here it is also used to create standalone Spring based application that you can just run because it needs minimal Spring configuration. And coming to what is exactly Spring Boot is a combination of Spring framework and embedded servers. So here one more thing is, we no need to include the server, just like when we are working with Spring, we have included the Tomcat now. So here it is done automatically and there is no need to add the servers and doing that. So it is automatically done, and there is no requirement for XML configuration also. I think you know that XML configuration only taking much time of us and it is very complicated and hard also. So that is removed here completely. So like this we have all the annotations replacing all these, and with them only we are going to create the applications, and it is very easy and fast. And here coming to using like creating Spring Boot application, we have STS IDE, which is Spring Toolsuit. And if we want to work with Eclipse only, that time also we have one thing, Spring Initializer. So I will show how to do that. Before that, let us discuss the advantage of Spring Boot. It creates standalone Spring applications that can be started using Java jar and embed Tomcat and any other server also if we want directly into the project, and provides opinionated starter dependencies to simplify libraries whenever possible, automatically configure Spring and third-party libraries whenever possible, provide production-ready features such as metrics, health checks, and externalized configurations, and absolutely no code generation and no requirement for XML configuration. So these are the advantages which because of which we are going for Spring Boot. So is this clear theory?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So the main thing which we want is we need to install Spring Toolsuit that will be looking like this. So this is almost like Eclipse only, but the name is Spring Toolsuit and it has features related to Spring Boot. So this you can download from here any website, and you can search for STS download. So if you are facing any issues, we'll be having so many videos to how to configure also. So you can go through any of that and you can download. Otherwise, if you download like this also fine. Where is it? Linux, Mac, Windows. So you can see 4.23.1 is Windows 1 and it is asking to download. So I'm just canceling it because I have it. So that's how you can download your Spring Toolsuit. And one more thing, if you want to use this Eclipse only, here also you can do. So that thing I will tell you. This is a little bit time taking, but we'll see that also. We need to search for Spring Initializer. So you can see first link, Spring Initializer. If we open that, we can see one of the page like this. So here what we'll do is we will select the Maven project and language is Java, and then any Spring Boot version you can choose. So I'm just keeping it the selected one only here. No need to change. And here these values you can change according to your one. So group I wanted to change first because it is first Spring project. And artifact I'm changing demo project for Spring Boot, and here package name will be first demo. And then packaging is jar, and Java version you should you should take according to the Java version in your Eclipse. You can take it according to that, or you can select 17. 21 and 22 are newest version. I think most of the people will be having 17 only, so you can take 17. And here the main thing is the dependencies will be added when we are creating the project only. So here you can see dependencies. If you click on add dependencies, we can see most of the dependencies available, and we can search them and we can add them. So Spring, I will tell few of the dependencies mostly we are using and their uses. So you can see Spring Boot DevTools is here now. So this will be used as till now yesterday when we are running the project in the Eclipse. So when we do any change in the controller or Java file, we need to restart the program again now. So do you remember it? Every time when I change anything, I was going to restart it again and again, waiting for its running, and then we are doing right.
Restart or update? I think update now.
No, no. What I'm saying is, yesterday when we are working with JDBC and MVC project, so when I did any change in the controller class or any class in the Java, I was again here console stopping the project and again rerunning it like this. So here I'm going and again I'm running as example. Did you observe that yesterday we have executed so many times? So every time when we are,
Yes. Yesterday there was no class, I think.
I didn't get it.
Yesterday there was no class.
Not yesterday in previous class.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you are not getting what I'm saying. For example, MVC is there now. So MVC, when I was changing any like, let me show one class, controller class. So let us take register. So here we have written code so many times. Sometimes we have written it like this, and so many times we have changed. But whenever we are changing anything, that is not automatically implementing in the web page. We have opened one web page on the browser only with the output. But when we are changing anything in the what can I say, these files, JS files. Uh, where are they? One second. Source, main, web app, views. Okay, here when I was changing anything here and saving, it was automatically reflecting on the output. But coming to Java files, it was not automatically reflecting. Every time I used to run like this, right click and again run as Java class. This was I was doing. But coming to this feature, when we are using Spring Boot DevTools, whenever we change any code and when we save, that will be automatically executed. So we need to restart the project again and again. So that will be resolving our like saving our time. So again restarting, again waiting for run. It was so much time taking now. So when we use these dev tools, the project will be automatically restarted when we add new thing or remove something. So like that it will be using. And Spring Web will be used when we are wanted to work with web application. So as I said, when we are working with Spring, we used to add the dependency which is related to web. So that's only this is also using. So when we wanted to create any application related to web, we should add this Spring Web. And then when we are working with REST API, we should add this REST repositories. And coming to MySQL also, web services also, when we are doing more into like APIs and any payment configuration, integration, and mostly related to web, we use this. And Timeleap is the one of the what can I say, template. So here till now we have used the HTML JavaScript now. So this is also like, but this will be having few of the features like adding parameters, retrieving parameters, styling. All those will be most apart from HTML. Like comparing to HTML, it will be having more features, and this can be also written in HTML only. So this also you can use if you want to. So this is like a template. You should learn few of the things and then you can use it. And next going to, we need the database thing also. So JDBC API for database thing, and Spring Data JPA is for when we are working with JPA. JPA is mainly Java Persistence API. So it is a different approach to use database in Spring Boot. So it also includes Hibernate. When we are using JPA and Hibernate, we will be adding Spring Data JPA, and JDBC API will be when we are using normal JDBC. So you know what is normal JDBC and what is Spring JDBC now. So there will be some difference. So when we wanted to use the basic JDBC in the Spring Boot, that time we will be using JDBC API. Otherwise, when we want to go with our JPA and Hibernate, which is fast and efficient, that time we add Spring Data JPA, and JDBC also there. So this is also for JDBC working, and this is another one, R2DBC. So according to database, we can add them. And one more, MySQL injectors also will be there. So MySQL driver, and MySQL driver for when we are working with database. So this should be added. And when we are working with PostgreSQL, we should add this. And when we are working with Oracle, so different database types have the different driver now. So when we are working which one, according to that name, we should add this driver. And NoSQL also we have few things. Spring Data Redis, Spring Data MongoDB. So I think you know what is NoSQL. NoSQL is the data will be in the form of JSON files, and coming to data SQL, it will be in the form of tables. So that is the difference. So according to our requirements, we'll be going to add the dependencies before creating the project only. So that will be added when we want them. So these are the things mostly we can use. And now I'm just adding Spring Web to our project. So anyways, we are going to work with web project now. Spring Web, and then once again, Spring Web. If you want web services also, you can take it. Otherwise also okay. It is a simple project we are going to do. I'm just adding it, and web starter and web services. Just okay, only these two we require, as it is a simple project. If you don't want also, you can remove like this. And if we add the MySQL database here, and we are not adding any database details, that time we will be getting some error. So we should only add the dependencies related to database when we really require it. So if they are not required, we should not add. So if you are adding, and if you are not like not linking any database or any database values, that time you will be getting error. So that also I can show. I will simply take MySQL driver. Anyways, we are working with MySQL only. Then simply generate. So after selecting this driver's name and everything, we will click on generate. And then that will be saved as a zip file here. You can see. So the zip file is demo.zip, and I'm saving it. That's why I said it is a little bit time taking. So that will be coming here. And after that, let me close this. So the work is done with the initializer. And now we have our project inside demo here. So how we'll get it? So what we'll do, just simply extract it as it a zip file. Let me extract it here only. So extract on same place. I will take in downloads. So here you can see which is zip file and which is extracted file. So now this is our Eclipse. So how will get it? That is the work. So what I will do, I will go for file. Here open projects from file system. Click it and where is it? So I think you can see, click on directory here, and then here go for downloads where you have that and select the project. And now that will be coming here. So that will be imported here and click on finish. So after that we can be able to see our demo here. Here you can see demo. That demo or what is that? One second. I think we have demo already. That's why that hasn't imported. Let me delete this demo before. Okay. And then now I will try to import it. So open file system, directory, select demo map, finish. Okay, here. You can see this is the project we have created, and if I open form also, we can see all the dependencies which we have added. It's taking time to import. Okay, let us wait for 1 minute. And meantime, you can download your STS Spring Toolsuit that will be looking like this. So here you can create the project using this only new. Everything will be similar to Eclipse. First we'll do the we'll see the example here, then we'll go for the Spring Toolsuit also. Okay, you can see the dependencies. See, which is web, that is given as Spring Boot Starter Web, and web services is given as Spring Boot Starter Web Services, and MySQL connector is given as MySQL connector J. And this will be a default one. So when coming to Spring, we used to get default one JUnit now. So here it will be Spring Boot Starter Test is the default one. And that's it. This is the form file will be looking like. And then coming to demo, you can see all the structure for Java, and one is resources. Here we will be having static and template. So if you want to use these also, you can use if you are creating any files, HTML files. And same thing. So here we'll be writing our Java files. So inside Java, we have the package name, that is first demo, which we have given. So this is the main file will be created for every Spring application. So this what this will do is, here the annotation will be there, Spring Boot application. So this annotation will be useful for us when we are running a project, and here no need to inject any bean. So the calling of bean will be automatically done, like main file will be automatically done. So it will be automatically done, but how the project will find out this is the main file we have, this should be executed. So for that we have the annotation, that is controller. So every Spring Boot project will be having one controller. That one controller will be assigned to one class only. So whenever we run the project from here, so this will automatically search for the controller class, and that will be executed. So if you are using multiple controllers, that will be error. So if you want to use multiple controllers in the same class, we should comment one and then we should use another. Got it? Like if you are adding two or more, so you should be commenting everything and you should keep one only controller. That's how the project will be getting. This is the controller, and we should run this only when we are running. Okay. So having controller is the main point in Spring Boot application. And this is the main file. When we are creating a project, this will be created for every project when we are creating, and that is having this annotation. Because of this only the execution overall will be completed automatically. Okay. So if we wanted to have any entity or anything, we should create one more class, and we should add that what can I say, controller annotation, and after that we can use it. So after everything, let me create one class then. So we'll see how it will be looking like. So I will take the class name as test. Anyways, it should be a controller now. So I'm taking a test controller for our recognition, and it is I'm taking simply, and it will be looking like this. So here, to make this controller, we will take this annotation controller. Let me import this. ID not responding. And then as we want to create an web application now, so what I'm going to do is I will just give a path. So to give the path, we know the annotation request mapping, and here we can give the path. So I'm just giving it as a test, and here I'm using the method string type. So we know we can handle the request. So the method name is handle for me. We know we can return the JSON, like JS file. Otherwise, we can return a string also, because the type is string only. So what I will do is I am just making it very simple. I'm just taking return a string. So what I'm taking here, Spring. Welcome to Spring Boot. So welcome to Spring Boot. So this is completed. And now what we did here is we just made this class as controller, and we just made a path to website, like we are going to web page now. So we just taken the path as slash test, and we have created a method. Instead of returning JS file, it is a basic project I'm doing now. That's why I just written simple sentence, welcome to Spring Boot. So our aim is to print this line on the web page. So that will be done by Spring project only. So how we'll do that, we'll see. Coming to here, what we'll do is we do nothing, because as I said, Spring Boot application will search for controller and will automatically call it. That's why here no need to call the test controller specially. So that thing will be see. And one more thing we should do is we should add the one more annotation here, that is response body, because this is only giving these results to the web page now. So that's why we are making the response will be coming from here only. Like that, I'm taking the annotation response body. So now I'm saving it, and let us run the project. So before running, let me comment the SQL, this one. So this will make some issue. So I'm just commenting it. That is not needed for us now. And after that, let me update as I have changed the dependencies, and then run. Run as Java application. One thing you also can see, where is the dependencies here. So where is it, Tomcat? Where is this? Here you can see Tomcat embed core, Tomcat embed core. Can you see? Please respond anyone.
Yes.
Yeah, this
Yes.
till now yesterday we are externally adding the Tomcat server, but here we haven't added anything, but it was automatically added. So that is the flexibility of Spring Boot. That's why we are using it. So let me run this. 1 second. Come here. Main project. Then as Java application. This will be the output looking for Spring Boot. So this will be coming every time when it is running, and these many lines. So after that, last line will be showing us. Here you can see Tomcat started on port 8080 with slash. So after this, we can know that the project has started. Is the page open? I think I should open it. Localhost 8080 and slash test. Can you see welcome to Spring Boot? Why I am adding slash test? Because here in the project we have given the path as slash test. So if I am just removing test and I am taking it as normal slash and then restart, because here I haven't added any dev tools, that's why I need to restart again. So when we add the dev tools, there is no need to restart the code again and again. So let me go here and run as Java application. So whenever we run, the same thing will happen, Spring and every line. First demo application started and port number. So after that, I'm just going here. What I will do, I just remove the test because I have removed it from the path. So removed after removing test also, we can see welcome to Spring Boot. So if I come here, the page, and here, um, first Spring Boot project and save. Then stop this and then run. It's done, and then going here and I just refresh the page. So you can see first Spring Boot project. So that's how the web page will be working. So if you don't want to pass the string here, you want to pass any file, you can pass as we did in the Spring. So you can pass the file and you can write everything whatever you want in the file and pass the parameters as I shown in the MVC application. Like that you can see. So this is the example how to create Spring Boot project in Eclipse. So is it clear for now? Like how we did everything, creating
Yes.
projects in the initializer and importing it here and adding everything here. It is done. So now I will go to Spring Toolsuit and I will show how it is easy here. So I hope you can download it as I shown earlier. So let me go to file and then go to new. And here we are going to create Spring Starter project. This one, not Java project, not Maven also. So Spring Starter project, and that will open a page. And here Java version 17 for me, and the names you can change. So I'm just taking it as first, and here the name I'm giving as demo, and the package name also you can change. I'm taking as first dot demo, and then here you can choose first. There is a description, so everything you can related to project you can give. So first Spring Boot project, everything is as this only, so no need to touch other things. So name also you should change. What I will do first, first okay, first demo I'm taking. Maven type 17, group name, artifact ID, version we don't touch it, and description package. Done. So after that, click on next, and here you can see the dependencies. So these are listing here because I have used it earlier. So if you are going for this first time, so you cannot see all this list. You can see this search bar, so you can simply search here. So if you click on web and search, you can see all the web related Spring Web, Spring Reactive Web, Spring Web Services. If you use any driver, you can see all the driver related IBM DB2 driver, MariaDB driver, MS SQL driver, MySQL driver, like that. So you can search with the name and you can take it, or else if you don't know name, you can scroll it and see. So these are which I have used earlier. I have explained all these to you, which is DevTools, JDBC API, MySQL driver, PostgreSQL driver. Spring security will be when we are using the security feature. So if we use security, when we are running the code, it will be asking for password also. So when we are running the code, it used to ask the password. So that is the security feature we have with the Spring Boot. This we won't use that much for the basic projects and own project. And web services, Spring Data JPA for Hibernate and JPA. Timeleap is a template I said. For that you can use it. And Spring Web for what can I say, web application. So like that we can use. So I'm just taking Spring Web and Spring Web Services, and at the same time DevTools for now for the basic project. So previous one in the Eclipse we haven't used the DevTools. Because of that it required me to execute every time. But now I'm using DevTools and just finishing it. So after finishing, we can see the project will be created here. This one. The name was something mistake, but okay, that's fine. First demo I wanted to give. So here you can see DevTools coming here because we have added the DevTools. For this one you can see only boot, there is no DevTools. This one also only boot. But remaining everyone I have used the DevTools. So here also we have used. We can open the POM file and we can see the dependencies also. Web 1, Web Services 1, DevTools, and this is the default one. 4 dependencies are added. And then coming to Java, first are demo package and first demo application, this one. And now what we need to do, we need to create a controller. So let me create new class, and then here also I'm taking test controller and finish. Let me copy the code from here, no need to write again. So this one I'm just copying and then going here, paste. So sorry, from here I have copied control as, import this one, request marking. This, and then making it controller at the same time response body. So those two I will copy from here. Import them. Yeah, save. So what is the error? One added. Yeah, save. So after this, come here and run the code. Here we can see one more feature, that is Spring Boot app. So mostly we will be using this one when we are creating web application. So let me stop the this, and now I can choose this one. Run as Spring Boot app. Show view console, where is our console? Yeah, this one. So you can see Spring and all these lines will be executed when we run the code. So Tomcat started on port 8080. Let me close my Eclipse, so I will be confusing in between both IDs. So now it is started. Let us go here, and what we'll do, refreshing it. So you can see for Spring Boot project. So we can see what is the line we are passing here for Spring Boot project only. So let me change this, and I'm just changing it to welcome to Spring Boot. So, and after that I'm just saving it. You can you see the difference? So Control S. After saving, immediately another execution is started here. You can see this one. So previous one is this one, but now it was started automatically. I haven't started the execution. So if I did any change, so I'm just entering multiple spaces, and now please observe that the console. So when I'm saving, the console will be running one more time, and it is executing automatically because we have added dev tools. So Control S, you can see another execution is going on. So that is below. See, this is the use of DevTools. So again it is executed, and again if I come here and enter refresh, you can see welcome to Spring Boot. So I hope this is clear, and it is very easy only. That's why it is clear. Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So did you understand how DevTools is helping us?
Yes, understood.
Yeah, so after that, let me stop the execution. Why need to stop is if we are going to run any other project, so it won't take because the port is default 8080. So if it is running in the background and if we run any other one, it will be showing the error messages the port is already in use. So that's why we need to stop it. So if you want to run both at a time, you can change the port number also. For that we have this resources and application properties is there. This is one of the important file. Remember it. Here you can come here and you can change the port like this. So if you give port and some 8181 you want, so if you take like this, next time our application, this particular application properties in first demo now. So this particular application will be running 8181 from next time. So let us try that one also. Run as Spring Boot app. 8080 why I have started it now. 1 second. Mail port. It's not mail port. This one will use. Okay, this is not taking this port. I will check and I will tell you what is the attribute we should use. So this you can ask me later again. Just remember me. Like I will check it and I will tell you. So this is basic thing, and now we'll be going to work with JPA. So I will show how it will be looking like. And for that, let us create a project. So new Spring Starter app, and then here I'm just taking first JPA. Here JPA in the description, and artifact ID also JPA, and this one JPA. First JPA Maven 17, first JPA, boot JPA project JPA, and everything JPA. Then go to next, and here you need to add the files. One is data JPA, and then web we don't need because we are going to work with console only. Dev tools we need, and then dev tools, data JPA, MySQL driver. Okay, let us add also. Anyways, we are working with MySQL. Remaining are not needed. So I'm just adding these two, these three, and then finish. Just stopping this. So after this, we can see where is this JPA, first JPA here. So this will be adding all the things. Let us wait for 1 second. Meantime, let me open my MySQL data. So, command line, the password. Okay, so now show databases. Spring Boot also I have one. So now we are going to use Spring Boot only. Use Spring Boot. So now we have changed the database to Spring Boot. And here I am going to use show tables. Here we have so many tables which I have used earlier. So now I'm going to create one more table according to our wish. Okay, fine. Let us create one more. Open this and see. Now our project is fine. So everything loaded. You can see form file. All the dependencies will be added here. So data JPA, dev tools, MySQL connector, default one. These all the dependencies required to us. And then coming to main, we have the main file. And now we will be going to create one class. So that is I'm going to create user. Where is the new class? So I wanted user. So finish. And then for this user also, I will tell that we need one more class. I will tell that later. So anyways, we are going to create the table with the name user. So let me check in the here. We have one user now. So let me drop this for now. Drop user. Drop table user. Yeah, done. So if we see the tables now, show tables. So we can see there is no user. So after this, when we run our project, now it should be created. So let us go here, and what we'll do, the main thing which I said just now, that is first we need to open this resources and this application properties. Here we need to pass all the required values to the JPA configuration. So I will tell how it will be looking like. So first thing we need to take the name of the table which we going to create. So that is spring dot data source dot name equals to the particular name. Here that is this one user. So anyways, this is the table name. This is the entity of our project. So this name we should pass here. So I'm taking as user. Mm, like in the database it will be like user only, small u, when it is created. So I'm taking as user. And then the main things I think but we need to pass them also. Like you can tell me if you are aware of it. So here one thing we need to pass is URL. So what is the URL? Did you remember? URL to the database. Sorry, URL. So did anyone remember what is the URL for our project? JDBC
JDBC. Yes.
colon MySQL colon / and then localhost and then colon and then the port name, and then here we need to give the database name which we are using. So today we are using Spring Boot now, this database. So that one I will pass here, Spring Boot. So when we run, the table will be created in the database Spring Boot only. That's why. And then here username. So that will be passing Spring dot data source dot. So here there is no XML file now. That's why we are passing everything here only. Username. Username is root, and then password Spring dot data source dot password. So that is my password is admin. So I'm passing it. And then driver class we have, and then Hibernate dialect, and then one thing to tell the project, that is whether the table should be created only once for the first time execution, and next time when we run the project the table should be updated or something should be done on the table, but every time the table should not created now. So that thing also, three things we should pass. So how will pass them? One is Spring dot data source dot driver class name, this one. Okay, this name will be driver class name, that is I think you know that one also, com dot mysql dot cj dot jdbc dot driver, this one. And then this is for mysql, so I'm using this one. And then Hibernate dialect, one thing. So Spring dot jpa dot properties dot hibernate dot dialect equals to, this will be the dialect name. So I said you how to check also, or if you coming to any class and control shift T, you will be opening a tab like this, and here we have the MySQL dialect now. So this is only I'm going to use. Just open, and here what you need to do, you need to just copy this one, package name, and then dot class name. So similar to the previous things which we did only. So that's it. The dialect, sorry, here dialect name, and then the last value will be Spring dot jpa dot hibernate dot ddl data definition language auto. So here we'll be using update. So this command will tell the project, when the project is running for the first time you should create the table, and for the next time the update will be done. So these are the parameters we should pass. So the table name which we are going to create, and the database link, username, password, driver, driver class name, and then dialect name, and then to create the table. So after creating all this, just save it and coming to user. Here, just create the user with the fields. So what I wanted to take, I want private int ID, private int name, private int address. Sorry, these are the three things I wanted. And what I will do, I wanted to make ID some auto generator like that, so I can just take it, shift ID, control 1, import it. And here, you know this annotation, generated value, strategy, sorry, spelling mistake, strategy equals to generation type dot auto. That's it. Just import all these. And this one and this one. And one thing we need to do, we should make this user as entity now. So that thing we need to add the annotation entity. Yeah, that's it. So after that, what we'll do, we'll just simply create a constructor. So create constructor, we should go for here and constructor using field, all the three fields, and then generate. And then we need to create empty constructor, this one, and then create. And then we will do better sign setters, go here and here, select all, just generate. And then we'll write a toString method also, go here only, toString, select all this and then generate. So everything here now. And now we have completed user and properties also. And next thing what we need to do is, we should create a class that is, what can I say, user repository I'm going to take. So why user repository in the sense, so I will tell you one thing here. So basically, the JPA will be giving us one class that is CRUD repository. So this one will be used to perform the CRUD operations on the, what can I say, entity which we are going to use and the database. CRUD operations in the sense, create, read, update, delete. So this is the interface we have. This is an interface. So I'm taking as interface. This is pre-built. This one will be given by JPA in Spring. So this has one of the child, that is JPA repository. So this is also, what can I say, interface or class, interface only. So this is also interface. So these are two interface which are coming to us with the by default creation. So I'm just giving here, built-in interfaces. These are, so these are available for us to work with the JPA. So now what we are going to do is, we will create one of the interface that is user repository. So I'm taking it as user repository because we are going to work with user table. So if you are working with employee table, you can name it as employee repository. This is your wish. So this is also interface we are going to create. And now what we do is, we will just extend this interface from this, and otherwise extend this interface from this. So any CRUD repository or JPA repository, we choose any one, and we will extend this from either from CRUD or JPA. So here extend this from either CRUD or JPA. So if we do like this, we can access the methods in CRUD or JPA. Anyways, it is the child, so this will also have these methods. So these methods we can access here. So those will be some useful methods that are very useful for us to insert the values, update the values. So that's why we are creating one interface ourselves, and we are extending this interface from CRUD or JPA. That's how we can use all the pre-built method inside these interfaces. So this thing you should remember. This is the JPA feature we have. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes.
Yeah. So now we have completed the basic construction for this and user also. And we need to create one thing, that is user repository. So let me create new interface now. So we should take it as interface, and I'm naming it as user repository. Repository. What is, so here, why it is not, okay, from extending from, for now I'm taking it as CRUD repository. So You can see this one, CRUD repository. This. I'm selecting this and OK. So I just paused it here and I'm just creating the repository. Let me take like this. There should not be any space now. So finish. So that's how we can see user repository extend from CRUD repository. And here we should pass the table name, so entity name, that is user, and next thing ID. So what is ID here? Type ID type integer na. So I have taken everything into. You should tell me now. These are strings, name and address. ID is integer na. So here I am passing the type of ID, that is integer. So these two values we should pass to the repository when we extend it. So this is like a mandatory syntax. And here we are going to use the methods, and we are going to use declare any methods also, because it is the interface. Now we can create our own methods also. So that thing we will be discussing tomorrow. It's been 1 hour, so tomorrow also same time you should join. Okay, this
Okay.
and the main class will be completing tomorrow. Until now these things you like, I will upload the video also, you can practice them. These errors of data type, I will correct them, and tomorrow we'll discuss remaining. Okay.
Yes,
I
okay.
hope, yeah, I hope everything clear for now. For today, like what we did everything.